Where does meth come from? It turns out that meth actually started in Berlin. It was developed in Berlin, and it was a drug that was used by Nazi soldiers to stay awake and alert. But it turns out that meth is actually still a big problem in Germany. In fact, meth use has increased significantly. Last year, more first-time users than the year before. Known cases up from 1,693 to 2,556,000.
Yeah, America, we're #1. You know, they copying our Big Macs, our jeans, and now our meth. What happened now, Germany? Except that they kind of started it old school, I guess, back in the Nazi days.
No, but it's kind of amazing because back in the day, they tested it on students, and the students were super productive, right? They were able to get their work done. They were in a good mood. Everything
Until they
was
lost
fine.
all their teeth, but
well,
yes.
That's true. Well, that's not true. I don't know if that's true.
Right.
I don't know how long the study was, but of course they became very addicted to it. And the same thing happened with the Nazi soldiers. So the soldiers were given, and pilots, by the way, were included in this experiment.
That sounds like a disastrous idea.
It does sound like a disastrous idea. So they were given the drug, and of course they were much more productive. Their mood was great. Letters by Nazi soldiers indicate that they became so addicted to it that they would write to their family, begging them to send more of the pills to them. And of course, at that time, you could easily get it through a prescription, through pharmacies, and it wasn't in crystal meth form. It was like a pressed, it was powder that was pressed into a tablet. And then things started to take a turn for the worst, as you can imagine. They started not only becoming very addicted, but some of them would face severe depression. Some of them shot themselves because they had these psychotic episodes.
Well, Nazis shooting themselves, not such a bad thing.
That's true.
We caught a lucky break on that one. And by the way, the whole German war, now that you know this, it's symbolic, of course, but can be described in the same way. They blitzkrieg. They were incredibly effective in the beginning of World War II. They're taking over countries left and right. They're like, whiz bang, yeah, we got them, ha ha. And then they grow into Russia, and they start running out of meth, right? And all of a sudden they slow down and kind of get depressed,
yeah,
and lose all steam, and then get crushed.
Yeah, they start to look like these people.
Ooh, ah. Dude, we did this story before, man.
I know. Only 1.5 years later.
Look, you don't have to make it illegal. Just put up these billboards. Pre-meth, post-meth. You'd have to be insane. Oh, jeez, Lord mercy, to do meth, man. Ain't no high worth that.
I know. So what ended up happening, which is incredible, is, of course, finally Germany decides, like, we're not going to use this on our soldiers anymore, but it was still widely available through pharmacies and stuff. And then a few years later, they decide, yeah, we should just make this illegal because so many people are addicted to it and they're committing suicide because they entered these psychotic episodes. However, later there was a scientist who created a book, or wrote a book, I should say, that taught people how to cook their own meth. Mm-hmm. Right? He was like this mad scientist type, and it was The Secrets of Methamphetamine Manufacture. And in his controversial book, now in its 8th edition, he has all of these different recipes for making it, and of course it includes drain cleaner, battery acid, and antifreeze. Don't use stuff like that, it's not good for you.
And his name was Walter Weiss. Threw in a little Breaking Bad reference there.
I liked it.
You didn't see that coming.
I liked it. It was good.